Free agency frenzy day 2 is legal tampering, period. Nothing official doesn't happen until tomorrow of Wednesday. Day 3, free agency frenzy. But I want to address this, right? CJ Gardner Johnson has been traded to the Houston Texans for a 2026 fifth round draft pick and sixth round draft pick and a guard. The Philadelphia Eagles addressed some things and they done some things quite well. There was no way they were going to get Mekhi Becton back. There was no way they were going to do that. Because I think he's going to walk out the door. And that's from a Lions fan. But head cases, right? Head cases are going to ruin the locker room chemistry. Head cases are going to make it about themselves. Head cases are not leaders. Head cases are a problem. And I think, Howie Roseman has got rid of that problem. You see, the Philadelphia Eagles, they have a team that's all about being a team. They don't look at things as individually. They look at everything as a whole. They believe that they are a team that could go back to back. They believe that they could be a team that can acquire players that are good character players, that are guys that believe in team effort and teamwork. That's what they want to bring in. Just like Brad Holmes with the Detroit Lions. They don't want to go out there and get guys that have head case mentality and me type of mentality. They want guys who are all about the team, teamwork, team effort. We can do this. We can be champions if we put our minds to it, and we can definitely, achieve the bigger goal. That's what the Eagles are looking for. They're not looking for guys that want to ruin the chemistry and become a problem in the locker room. You need to cut your losses short with that and let that go. And CJ Gardner Johnson is a guy that's loud. He speaks loud. That's his thing. He's a very loud person. He's a very physical person. He showed that in the NFC Championship game. He showed that in the Super Bowl just this past February, where they won 40-22 against the Kansas City Chiefs. He showcases that anywhere he goes, whether if it's New Orleans, Detroit, or back at Philly. He's a physical and a loud kind of guy. Rah, 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 rah. And he definitely cost us the NFC Championship game years ago, going against the San Francisco 49ers. But the point being is that he's a head case. He's a problem. Hell, don't believe me? Look at the, traction he gets from fans. Look at the traction he gets when fans are spewing hate at him. Don't believe me? Look at the easy of Woodward Sports Network beef between him and a guy that's a journalist, a guy that's definitely a local journalist in, Motor City Sports. And that beef's been going on for a long time. And hell, Easy couldn't wait. And I mean, Easy just could not wait to get that news that CJ Gardner Johnson has been bounced out and went to the, Houston Texans. And hell, he's definitely having a celebration right now. He's just popping bottles and dancing his ass off right about now with that news being out there. So the Eagles, I think they're going to go in a secondary department move when it comes to the draft. And the draft is coming up in April, 2024 to the, April 2025 to, this type of moment and this type of situation, because the draft is the 2025 type of motive. You get the goddamn point. I'm losing my motor and I'm losing my focus and little mojo. But, April 24th to the 26th is the NFL draft 2025. Eagles are looking for secondary work. And I think, in my opinion, if Travis Hunter falls all the way down in the draft to the Philadelphia Eagles, then Howie Roseman's going to say, boom, we got the guy. We got the guy that is, a social media talk. He's just social media talk. He's just the guy that just won the Heisman and his girlfriend is becoming the chaos all over social media. That's the guy we can draft. But if we could tell him and, aware of him of stay off the field issues and stay on field and play better without the off field issues and just block that out, we'll have you on our team and we'll have you on board. I'm sure you guys get what I meant, okay? Just don't have confusion going on here when I speak of this. Like how I know that all these draft prospects prospects. These draft prospects, they want to go to a team that fits them, that fits their needs, that fits the scheme. They want to be a part of something big, whether if it's rebuild or whether if it's, shooting for a championship. That's what they want to be a part of. They don't want to be looked at as afterthought guys. They don't want to be looked at as bust. And there's not enough guys that scream out star. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. Those guys, I think those two are definitely aiming to be number 1, number 2 draft picks in the NFL draft of 2025. And we'll just see what happened right there with, the first round. Who knows what's going to happen in the first round in the NFL draft of, the 2025 NFL draft. But needless to say, I hope that the Eagles fans can understand that moves happen. Things come and go. It's business. You like the guy, he matches your energy, he matches your energy. I don't think he matches any other fan base's energy, but he matches your energy. So, losing him is going to hurt you the most. So, with that being said, focus on the draft just like we're going to focus on the draft. We haven't even made a move yet, okay? It's legal tampering, period. The only move that the Lions have made is DJ Reed, Derek Barnes. We have brought back Marcus Davenport. We let go Big Z, Zadarius Smith. We let go Carlton Davis. We let him walk and go to the New England Patriots. We've, brought in Miles Adams, not Myles Garrett, but Adams as in Miles Adams. We brought him in. He had some whatnot, white hot games himself. He had a hot hand in a few games. But the necessary part for us is to go and get a defensive line right away. Somebody that could really be opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. I don't care if it's Landon Johnson. I don't care if it's, Landon Jackson. I don't care if it's Landon Jackson. I don't care if it's James Pierce. I don't care if it's, Abdul Carter, who believes he's going to go number 1. I don't care if it's Mason Graham. I don't care if it's Josh Uche. I don't care if it's Charles or Michael Emenu. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I care about us getting guys that can help, whether if it's Azeez Owari, whether if it's Joey Bosa, who's in talks about going to the 49ers, trying to reunite with his brother right about now. I just want to see guys that can help this defensive line right away. I don't want to see guys that's just going to be here for 1 minute and then gone the next. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens and let's see what Brad Holmes is going to cook up for our boys. But this free agency frenzy, it's going crazy. Chicago's built up well. Minnesota's building up well through the trenches. That's what they're aiming for. Minnesota's not good at the run. That's their problem. I think they're trying to fix that. And they're still trying to figure out if J.J. McCarthy is the guy. They don't want to throw him out there to the Wolves and make him, break and bend. They want to make him succeed. So when you have Kevin O'Connell as the, quarterback whisperer, things can happen. Things can get on a roll. So I think they're going to be a team to look out for. The Bears, they built up a little bit well with their offensive line, defensive line. I think they're not done just yet, but they're, the quote-unquote winners of the offseason, so to speak. The Packers are making somewhat here and there moves. Will Fries went to Minnesota. Jonathan Allen went to Minnesota. Man, I just don't know what to say, man. This NFC North is going to be very competitive. The divisional rivals that we have, they're trying to step things up, and they're trying to take us out the way. They're trying to take the North Division title away from us, but we don't want that to happen. So in order for us to not let that happen, we got to build up on the defensive line right away and address that tomorrow in day 3 of free agency frenzy. And as I look behind me, Josh Dobbs, he went to the Patriots for a 2-year, $8 million deal, $33.8 million guaranteed. Zach Wilson, 1 year, $6 million with the Dolphins. That's the quarterback carousel, so to speak. Jimmy Garoppolo went back to L.A. He's very familiar with L.A. Puka Nacua. He went from 17 to 12 because, Devontae Adams loves the number 17. He was just picked up not too long ago and playing in his hometown, L.A. Definitely a California kid. Najee Harris, he went from Pittsburgh to going to L.A., Definitely a ground and pound guy. Hell of a running back. That's a nice pickup for for Jim Harbaugh. Sorry, Jim Harbaugh. And Najee Harris, I thought he was gonna be a Steeler for life. I thought he was gonna be their guy. But it is what it is. It happens. Um, right now, are the Seahawks better off with Sam Darnold over Geno Smith? No. No, that's the segment that's right behind me. No, there's no way. There's no way that they're better without Geno Smith. After what the work that Geno Smith has put in for the Seattle Seahawks, that's a slap in the face. Okay, that is the ultimate slap in the face to say that about Geno Smith in a segment like this, because Sam Darnold succeeded under 1 year with the Minnesota Vikings. Imagine what he can do with the Seattle Seahawks if they could get him a number one wide receiver, because DK Metcalf, if you remember, is not there no more. So JSN should be wide receiver number one. JSN is a spectacular player who comes out of Ohio State University. A guy that plays the wide receiver position like a freak. And he's a freak of nature. A stud. And I think Sam Darnold and him are going to get along just well. Do I think the Seattle Seahawks paid him so much money? Yes, they paid him way too much. Okay? Just like Chase Young got paid way too much by the New Orleans Saints. And that was highway robbery, to be exact. Very much highway robbery from, Chase Young and Sam Darnold. So I don't know where that's going to land. I don't know where that plan's going to land, but I will say this, that the Detroit Lions need to get down and get to business right away tomorrow. Like, seriously. And I don't want to lose out on another North Division title run. I don't want to lose out on that. I don't want to lose out on chances of winning more than just 12 games. I mean, it may not be possible, but we can just win 12, 13 and still get in the playoffs and still make a decent run in the playoffs and, go out there and make a great championship run. And I did leave out the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders, they upgraded Laramie Tunzel, Deebo Samuel. They just picked up, who else they just picked up? I'm not mistaken. They brought back Bobby Wagner, and they have, I think they got googly eyes for Trey Hendrickson, but at the same time, they definitely upgraded. They did a hell of a job with their free agency, and, Urban Magic Johnson is loving every single minute of it. And if you didn't know, he does part own the Washington Commanders, and he is a East Lansing native. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit here and pay attention to more details on free agency, frenzy, day 2, legal tampering period. Do not forget that. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Chicken Nugget King 313. I'm at 304 subscribers. One pride. Let's get ready for tomorrow, because I know Brad Holmes is going to cook. Other than that, man, I'm excited for football season to come back. Drafts next month. 30-day visits are happening from these, just great, overwhelming draft prospects that's coming in to the league. And people need to understand this. The NFL is a fraternity. It's a fraternity. It's a brotherhood. And it's something that you will never, ever forget in your life. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enjoy being drafted. Enjoy being in a new city. Enjoy getting the use of the city that you're playing for and the fans that you want to build a relationship with for a very long time. So get used to this and love this moment, every minute of it. Make sure you're respectful to the owners, the GMs, to the team staff, to the coaching staff. Be respectful, because I'm sure that when you're getting drafted, right, the moment you get that call, the moment you get that phone call, and you get that call from Brad Holmes, you get that call from Andy Reid, you get that call from, guys like Jim Harbaugh, you get that call from just guys like Dan Quinn, guys that really believe in the players and really want to lead these young men to success. And I'm a young man myself, but that's something that every kid would dream about. That's something that every kid dreams about day in, day out. To suit up on an NFL team, to suit up for a franchise that they grew up loving, even if it's a rival. it's a dream. It's a dream and a once in a lifetime opportunity to do that, to take your family from, from hell and back to we're smiling and we're eating good on lobsters on a Wednesday night. And that's a beautiful thing. And I really want to say to the draft prospects, keep your head up, and your families are proud of you, and the fans are proud of you, and just keep on being who you are, because when you see the limelights and you see the future great for you, anything is possible. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Chicken Nugget King 313. I'm out, and holla back at your boy. Tell a Lions fan to tell a Lions fan to join the journey, and tell a sports fan to tell a sports fan to come join the journey, and holla back at your boy. You know what it is. I don't want to talk too much. See you next video, and subscribe. Chicken Nugget King out.